Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show, Global Inspirations. Global Inspirations is all about people who are here to share their success stories, their stories of failure, how they made it, what they have been doing to be here. My name is Bakshi Khurdi. Today, I have with me an amazing guest all the way from UK. Her name is Sharon Brown, founder of Revival Century. Welcome, Sharon.
Hi, Ruby. Lovely to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me on your show.
It's really nice to have you because since quite some time, I have been completely amazed to all beautiful things that you have been doing. Even though pandemic has been making us mad, crazy. But this woman, let me just give you a small introduction about this woman. This woman did not keep quiet despite the world going crazy. She saw an opportunity through this first lockdown and founded Motivate Magazine, an online global publication written, produced, published by SMEs. Is also a founder of Speakers Index. This index is something which is really a great idea to connect the speakers and the event organizers. And it's through this I met the beautiful Sharon, and I thought this woman definitely needs to come on my show and share her success story, why she has been doing this and how she has been doing this. So welcome, Sharon. Please tell us.
Oh, thank you, Ruby. Well, yes, I started Revival Sanctuary about 3 years ago, and the whole ethos around Revival Sanctuary is to bring women in business together to work collaboratively and to embrace teamwork. Because I think a lot of us have been in corporate roles where, we've been used to working in teams, we've been used to working with other people. And as I'm sure you know, Ruby, when you go self-employed, it's very isolating. So that was the first kind of port of call for me, was back in 2018. So we're coming up for our 3rd year anniversary in Revival Sanctuary. So we're doing a lot of stuff within there. But last year when lockdown hit, I thought, oh my goodness, I need to change up my business. I need to really get online, because I saw the way that, businesses were heading. It's the digital era and we really need to think about getting online. So I had this idea, which actually stemmed from a retreat that we run every year. And our retreat, the Motivate Retreat, is based around 6 different areas of your life. So I wanted to expand on that. I wanted to find other ways to push that message out there. And the magazine idea came to me. So within 6 weeks, Ruby, we went from idea to implementation. So idea to the first draft of the magazine. And
Wow.
it just happened so fast. Sometimes I don't even know how that happened, but it happened so fast. I put a team together from the Revival Sanctuary members, and it's all members who run it, and we're all business owners. So, fast forward to now, the magazine is just phenomenal. It went through the roof from day one. It's really popular. It's a global magazine, so we have writers from all over the world submitting articles every single edition. So it's fantastic. I absolutely love that project.
Great.
And then we were coming out of it in July, as you know, and then all of a sudden it's another lockdown. So lockdown seems to agree with me in some way, because I then decided that we needed to launch a speaker platform, but not just like any speaker platform, because the whole idea of the Speakers Index is a live directory. So people pay a small yearly fee, they get on the directory, and behind the scenes we are looking for opportunities to match them to event organisers for virtual summits. Well, it's all virtual at the moment, but that's obviously going to change over the next 12 months. So yeah, that's a really exciting project as well. It's still very much in its infancy. But it's we've got a great team on board for that as well. Again, all Revival members.
Wow.
And it's just amazing. And we've got another 2 projects coming up this year as well, collaborative projects to get the members involved. So yeah, it's busy, Ruby.
Great, great, great. And but that's amazing, and that's what, is a story to tell, because there are people, you must have seen in your friend circle as well, that
Yeah.
some women, they are completely in shambles, like, they are feeling depressed, they don't know what to do and how to do. So when they see some women like you, they have not given up, they are constantly coming up, buzzing with new ideas, and
Yeah.
not just by yourself, but in a collaborative manner, you are trying
Yes.
to highlight the work of other women. That's what I when I saw, I was like, wow, that's so brilliant, because during these challenging times, we need someone who can motivate, who can
Yes.
show that ray of hope, that, I am doing it, come on, join me. And that's what you have been doing beautifully, which is hats off to you. I'm really proud of you. Keep on.
Oh, thank you, Ruby. I do understand. I mean, a lot of people have been hit really badly over
Hmm.
the past 12 months.
Very true.
And to be honest, I'm a limited company. I have had no help whatsoever from the government.
Hmm.
And there is 3 million of us in this country who have not had any help at all.
Hmm.
Um, so as soon as I heard that, I thought, right, okay, I need to do something to help myself here. And
Hmm.
it is about motivation. It is about keeping yourself motivated. And however hard that is,
Hmm.
I learned very early on, when you're in business, you cannot afford to take your foot off the gas, because the minute you do, people lose interest.
Very
And
true.
especially now, because it's such a fast moving world and everybody's online. So you've got
Hmm.
so much competition in that respect.
Hmm.
So it's really, really important not to be complacent through these times. This is actually when people should be pushing harder. And that's exactly what we did. And that's why, the magazine is an absolute success. And the Speakers Index is heading that way as well. So, you just have to keep on pushing.
Hmm.
Um, and to be honest, Ruby, I give everybody an opportunity who's in revival to take part in collaborative projects. So the door is open. If you want to take part, you can put your name forward.
Hmm.
But so many don't. So many miss those opportunities for whatever reason,
True.
or they want to concentrate on different things. And I'm trying to build a platform as a foundation for their businesses.
Hmm.
So come and help us in this collaborative project. It raises your profile, it gives you credibility, it gives you a sense of camaraderie and teamwork,
Very true.
and then it pushes your own brand out there as well.
Hmm.
So a lot of people don't have that big picture thinking, unfortunately. And that's what I'm trying to get across to them. Look at the big picture
Great.
and it'll help you.
No, so to all the people who are listening us, they will definitely be very, very happy. And guys, it's not just a platform where we are sharing stories. We want you to, contact the person when she's sharing that platform to you. It's not just something that it's there. Just grab it, because opportunities don't come all the time,
No,
and
they
when you
don't.
have this, when you have this opportunity at your doorstep, just grab it, because as Sharon just said, many don't take, you see it's there, but you wait, okay, I'll go for next one, I'll go for next one, and who knows, you never get that next option.
Exactly, Ruby. And we're currently, you probably saw it, we're putting out a new book. We've published 2 books already,
Hmm.
which are collaborative projects. So we've published over 50 authors within those books.
Wow.
And we've published so many more within the magazine.
Hmm.
And I think the thing that people don't realize is when you become a published author, it instantly gains you credibility.
Hmm.
It gains you so much more than just the title. So opportunities open up, and especially if you grab them. If you're a published author, it can open up so many doors. So our next book, we're hoping to get 40 women on board for that next book, which is through the magazine this time. So
Wow.
it's a Motivate magazine
Hmm.
publication.
Hmm.
And it's really exciting, really exciting. It's about stories from around the globe. So again, we've got all these different nationalities and cultures and experiences just to put out there. So that's really exciting coming up, and another collaborative project.
Wow. So, guys, please don't hesitate. You have Sharon here saying all these fabulous projects that she's doing and the ones that are coming up. So, just grab them, grab these opportunities, because you never know when these opportunities, will come or never come. So just take it. Sharon, tell me something. You have been doing such great work here with women, with so many beautiful collaborations during pandemic. But how do you manage this work and life balance? Like, it's not easy, especially for a woman. How do you do that with a smile on your face?
Well, Ruby, do you know, I actually think it is quite easy. I think it's down to your priorities. My priority will always, now before the future, will always be my family. That is my first priority. I don't have children, so, I don't have that added element of time that I need to look after kids. But, I am married. I have got elderly parents. I have got a cat, which doesn't count, but I think it's quite easy, and that's the whole point of being self-employed. You choose your hours. I mean, I don't usually start work, proper work, till about lunchtime, and then I'll probably work through, if I've got a lot to do, I'll work through to about 7 at night, and then that's me. Social media comes in between that, but I don't really class that as work because we're always kind of on social media anyway.
Yeah.
So I do work probably a 7-hour day, but some days, like everybody, I just feel like kicking off and putting a blanket over me and watching Netflix. And that's exactly what I do. So I don't find it a struggle, Ruby, at all. I think we've all got a choice in how we spend our time. And if you work smartly and efficiently, and do the things that you're good at, or that you need to concentrate on, then you've got that time.
Exactly.
And I guess one thing I would say is, when you don't have the time, outsource. Don't do the things you don't want to do. Give it to somebody else to do.
Very true. Very smart. Guys, please pay attention, because you can't do everything. At the end of the day, Sharon, it's impossible to do everything and in a perfect way, because you could be good at two things, but it's not necessary that you're good at third thing as well. So why, struggle with that third thing when you can, delegate to somebody else? And I think that's where your delegation and collaborations come handy.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I couldn't, and I can hands on heart say, I couldn't do the projects that I do without my teams. Because, we've got a really efficient team in the Speakers Index. We've got a really efficient team in Motivate Magazine. And both of those projects would not run the way that they do without those ladies on board who love the project as well. And that certainly helps. But you've got to get help when you're doing these things. And that's the whole point, that's the whole point of the collaborative projects, is that everybody mucks in, everybody's got a role to play and responsibilities. So, sorry, you've disappeared. Sorry, somebody just called me then. But yeah, it's really important to work together with these things. And, even rather than delegating, choose your team strengths. So everybody's got different strengths, as you've just highlighted, and find out what it is that they enjoy. That's the main thing. So if they enjoy something, do it, because then it's going to work.
Very true, and very rightly said. It's like, sometimes it's always nice to call for help, because, if you need help or if you need a shout out, never hesitate, because it's the best way to work. Because only when you say you need help, people will know that you need help. They're not dreaming, or they're not getting an idea or like a flashlight that you need help. So, well, it's true, but even knowing this, people hesitate. People always hesitate to ask for help. People always hesitate to show that she or he doesn't know something. So I think that's one other side, that we need to show some successful people that they also have been through something where they had to struggle. So tell us something about anything of your personal or professional challenge that you faced, which really made you like, at some point of time you were like, oh, I'm done with it, I want to give up, but then you fought back and you were successful. Would you like to share something of that sort, please?
Absolutely. I mean, I think any leader or anybody who is in a position where they are working with a lot of people, I think you're going to face a lot of challenges. And a big challenge is working with so many different types of people. And I can honestly say last year, we had a few people who proved to be very difficult. And it's at those times where you kind of think, is this for me? Is this what I want to do? And I went through that a few times last year, to the point where I actually shut the doors on Revival Sanctuary in September, in terms of I closed off the membership. And I thought about it. I went away for a couple of weeks and I thought about it. And I thought, is this what I want to do? But because Revival Sanctuary is such a special platform, and I know so many people get so much out of it in terms of that whole community, I thought, let me give it another go. Let me just change the structure and do something differently, because, you know, we were attracting the wrong people at one point. So that's exactly what I did. I restructured, I put on board a leadership team, which we now have, of trusted members. Again, that's, you know, another collaboration sort of thing. And I actually opened up my business to them in terms of profit sharing. So I thought, you come on board, you take on management responsibilities, and you will get a piece of that pie. So that's exactly what's happening. So we've got 3 leadership team members at the moment, and myself. I might be bringing in another 2. But this is working better, because now we open up our doors quarterly for only 25 people per quarter. We've turned it into an exclusive private membership platform. So each person that applies to come on board, myself and one of the leadership team will have a little chat with them, very informal, very friendly, but just to get a measure of the person, and for them to get a measure of us, to make sure that we're a right fit for each other. And I think that's really important, and that's something I wasn't doing before. So I think it's just a case of, when something doesn't work, you're either going to kill it, so it's you know, you don't want to go any further, or you're going to change the way that you work and change the way. And I would always say, try and change it, because it is still a passion of mine. And until that passion's dead, then I'll change it up as much as I need to make it work. And that's key.
Very true.
Yeah,
it's true. Like, you know, we all go through those phases where we feel it's hopeless, nothing's gonna work, and we just give up. We're not even in a mood to try something new. So good that you tried. Good you gave it a second thought and came up with new ideas. The ideas where you failed, you know, you were able to take it as I would say, as a threshold that I need to spring back, you know, taking from that where I was not able to do so. So that's really nice. And because that's what more and more people should know, that, you know, success stories are not just made like, you know, like you do this and the person becomes successful. It's a lot of hard work,
a lot of hard work, Ruby, and nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. And the more people, the more successful people that I speak to, I find that, I guess, the higher up in the success ladder you go, the more challenges you will face of that sort of thing. There'll be more people challenging you. There'll be more, you know, tech's a big challenge, as we find out today. But there's so many challenges come the higher up the ladder you go. So I must be doing something right. So as I had quite a lot of challenges last year. So that's the way that I'm looking at it anyway. So it's all a lesson.
So you see, you are positive. Whatever comes up, you know, good or bad, you see positivity and how you can go through that darkness. Because it's true, life is not always a bed of roses. You know, we always have some days bright and some days are dark. And how you go through those dark days, that's where people shine. You know, people think I can go through. But again, there are some people who are not able to do so. So what would be your advice to such kind of people who give up easily, or who feel that, you know, they are failures, they are hopeless, they can't do anything? What would be, if you have to tell like 2 key words to such people, what would be that?
The 2 things that I associate with success is persistence and consistency. And that is the definite 2 pieces of advice that I would give anybody to get on the road to success. If you're persistent, it will pay off eventually, but you need to also be consistent, and that's across the board. If you give your word, you need to keep your word. There's so many people who don't and just mess you around. So you need to be reliable. I know life happens, but, you know, explain to the person something's happened, I can't do this, but then turn up next time. But there's just so many different elements within that consistency, but it's about, you know, have that integrity, to be reliable, be trustworthy, be somebody who is fair, but you can still be firm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for me, actually having to, or trying to make this work as well, I don't think in a leadership position, people pleasing works. I really don't think it works. I think you need to set your boundaries, and if people cross those boundaries, you need to stick by your word and your principles. And that's something that I do religiously. And it doesn't make me popular, Ruby, but I'm not here to be popular. You know, I'm not here to make loads of friends. I've got an inner circle of friends, which is more than enough for me. So I think that's really important advice for anybody to take. Don't try and please everybody, or you'll please nobody. So,
Wow.
you know,
Those are really some golden words which you are saying in here, because it's true. We are always, when I say we, it's majority of the people are always in that rat race. They want to please everyone.
yes.
And of course, you can't please everyone,
No.
because they will always find some, small mistake and make you feel that you did not do your best. And then that
Yes.
makes you upset. So
Exactly.
that's another very good piece of advice, that guys, you can't make everyone happy. So if you have your circle of friends, as Sharon just said, she has found her inner circle of friends, just stick to them. They are the ones who are going to be with you during those rainy days. Others are just going to be, going away. They're like fair weather friends, as we call
Yes.
them.
Absolutely, fair weather friends, and there's plenty of fair weather friends around.
Exactly, exactly. And especially when we are in a virtual world, we don't know who are the real friends or real people, because it's very difficult to find, the right kind of people. And if you have that vision, or if you are someone who has been able to do so, good for you. But otherwise, just as she said, you have to be consistent and persistent. Both go a long way together to be successful, or to see success throughout. Because as I said, you might have some gray days, and those are the days when you need it the most. You need to push
Yes.
yourself the most,
Yes.
because things might change. Things may not say the same all the time. Okay, so these were some serious talks,
Yes.
something that Sharon was constantly talking to you and telling you, do not give up. Now, I want Sharon to tell us who has been her inspiration, who has been one such person who has constantly given you that motivation. You came up with a magazine, More to Wait. Who motivates you?
Well, I can say without a doubt, my mum is my biggest inspiration. And my mum's 82 now, but she has been through so much in her life. She's had such a hard life. You know, she grew up in absolute poverty, and she went through abusive relationships, and she lost everybody around about her, and just so many different things. But her attitude is just phenomenal. You know, she would never give up. She would never give up, and she pushes harder than anybody that I've ever known. So I guess I've taken a little bit of that from her, hopefully a lot of that, but I would definitely say my mum for sure. You know, that's a person that really inspires me in terms of motivation and inspiration in other ways. I find people who have strong principles, people who work with integrity, respect, and trust. I find people like that really inspire and motivate me, because there's so much, there's a lot of cutthroat goes on in the business world. And when I see people who are absolutely authentic and real, that really inspires me and gives me hope. So there's no one person for that. I've seen quite a few people who have those qualities, and I really, really admire them.
Very true, very true. I think we are two women who are in awe of our mothers. Even I always say in most of my talks, in most of my interviews, that my biggest inspiration is my mom. I think as girls, we always see what our mothers are doing, how they are doing, how they are coping with these not very good situations. And I think both of us have been lucky that our mothers have been such strong women that we want to be like them. And they
Yes,
are our role models, we can proudly
yes,
say. That
absolutely.
So I'm also very like, while saying this, I'm getting goosebumps when you said she's 82.
Yeah.
And she has been through a lot of things. So God bless your mom. Very, very proud of a mom who has such a wonderful daughter.
Oh,
God
thank
bless you too.
Thanks so much, Ruby. That's lovely.
So now I'll just ask you, like, it's called rapid fire. Okay, I'll just ask you some colors and what that color signifies to you. It's just a fun way of, ending our session, giving it a, some different color after having some serious talks, after having some inspirations. So I'm going to ask you a question, and then you will just tell me what that color signifies to you. All right, red.
Fire, danger,
Okay,
uh,
yellow.
calm,
Okay, blue.
cold,
White.
oh, white, hope.
Okay, black.
Well, I'm wearing black, so black. I don't think black really gives me any kind of feeling, to be honest. I've got quite a lot of black clothes. I'm trying to get out of them though, to wear something a little bit more bright. But yeah.
Okay, and last one, green.
Well, green's the colour of Motivate magazine, so for me it means growth.
Very well said. Very well said. That was quite a rapid fire in terms of knowing the colors, walking through the colors, except you got stuck on black.
I did get
You're
stuck on
waving.
black. Yeah, I did get stuck on black, but no idea about black whatsoever.
But really, thank you so much for coming on the show and showing our viewers what you have been through and what opportunities you're going to offer them. And of course, there's always a ray of hope. There's always a ray of light on the other side of the tunnel, as we say. So Sharon is here sharing all these amazing things that she is doing and she plans to do with these amazing collaborations. So guys, do not hesitate. I'm going to be sharing the video soon on our social media sites. So please get in touch with her. I'll be also sharing the link of her social web pages so that you can get in touch with her and try to make the best of these beautiful collaborations, because it's all about sharing and caring. The more you connect, the more you will find something which will definitely work for you, and it will be a win-win situation. So thank you so much, Sharon, for coming on the show. God bless you. Keep shining. Keep empowering the people around you.
Oh, thanks so much, Ruby. It's been lovely to speak to you. And absolutely, just to reiterate what you've said, if anybody wants to get in touch, then please do. I'm always open to have a chat and to, pass my experience on to others. So thank you, Ruby.
Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Keep watching and keep sharing, and never let an opportunity go. Just grab it, because you never know when it's going to come back to you. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.